All right. We are here at the second location. This particular location, I believe, gets 3. If I am recollecting correctly. Potential spam. Fluff off, mind your business. It is 11:42 in the A of the M. This particular location gets 3. I need to call them, let them know that I am here, and then go ahead, go inside, and get this unloaded. So let's do that.
1 moment, please.
I had to say the Wibblewees 3 times for it to work. Yeah, I was wondering how many times I was gonna have to sit there and say the Wibblewees to figure out. First of all, I didn't even know if it was going to work, but I was just going to say it until I got bored of saying the Wibblewees instead of delivery. I was like, what can you please explain what I can help you with today? And I was like, the Wibblewees, the Wibblewees, the Wibblewees, the Wibblewees, the Wibblewees. I got a mother fluffin', the Wibblewees, the Wibblewees, the Wibblewees, the Wibblewees. I got a Wibblewees, I got a Wibblewees, I got a little itty bitty Wibblewees, the Wibblewees, the Wibblewees. I got myself a little Wibblewees, da 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 da, the Wibblewees, the Wibblewees, the Wibblewees, the Wibblewees, da da Wibblewees. Apparently, I was feeling it at the end. Anyways, I got a delivery, obviously. It took it 3 times for it to recognize what I was saying, and it got it. We're waiting for them to go ahead and open this door, and then we're going to go in and unload this 3, and then we're basically done for the day, because I have 20 minutes on my 11-hour drive clock, and the next location, 30 plus minutes away. So if you're mathing correctly, there's no way that's going to happen. But if you're not mathing the way that you're supposed to math, because either A, you don't know how to math, or B, you weren't taught how to math, or 3, you don't feel like mathing because you don't want to math, the math isn't mathing. Let's go ahead and go inside and get this unloaded. There's this place called Sheets that I really want to go to because it's around the corner and it's where I'm going to park. And they have a banana shake in there. And I really want to try it, and I wasn't able to get it the last time I was here because when I went in to leave a couple minutes prior, all their water water just shut off, so they couldn't make anything because their water shut off. So yeah. All right, we are done here. It's 12:04. There was one skid that looked like it was definitely going to fall, but he managed to get it out without falling. However, trying to separate the 2 skids, because it was one stacked on top of another, resulted in the bottom skid falling. I went ahead and stayed in there and helped them restack that bottom skid because I could. Yeah, no real reason other than because I could. In addition to that, there's an older guy in there using it's a manual lift gate, so you got to put a pole in it, and then you got to pull the pole all the way back basically to the floor to get the plate to come up, and then you got to grab that pole and push it forward and latch it on like a little ball that's on the edge of the plate and push the whole thing forward, and it does take a lot of strength. And while I was playing on my phone, I saw that guy was having trouble doing it, so I went ahead and walked over and grabbed the pole to try and help him. But after I did it, it felt like I felt like I just stole the pole away from him and was like, give me. I didn't say anything, but I just felt like it came off really rude. So, which was not my intention. So that's another reason why I decided to help them, to try and show them that I'm not being rude instead of just saying sorry for whatever reason. I don't know. He may not have even noticed it as me being mean, which is good because I wasn't being mean, but I guess I'm just worried that that's how it came off, and my attempt to fix that was smiling, telling them all to have a good day, and being happy and cheerful, even though I already am happy and cheerful, and then helping them before I left. So, which, I mean, the decision to help them wasn't because I felt like I came off rude. I think it was because I have 20 minutes left on my 11-hour clock and an hour left on my 14-hour clock, and I'm driving a 1/10 of a mile down the street, so I can waste whatever time. So I thought that I might as well as help them anyways. So I did. Just that added bonus of me thinking I was being rude and then trying to be nice. That was just an additional thing. Anyways, we're done here. 12:08 at this point. I'm gonna drive around the corner, park this truck, and I'm getting a banana shake because I'm mother fluffing want to. I didn't get it the last time because their water went out. So I'm gonna get it this time because 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Anyways, let's go over there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My feet are cold. Get over my toesies, please. I am awake-ish. I slept 2 hours later than I was supposed to because I went to bed later than I wanted to, so I reset my alarm for 2 hours later. And now I've been sitting here for 30 minutes scrolling through Facebook. I think I should probably, this would be an intelligent decision, get up and get dressed and finish work stuff. And then as soon as I finish doing work stuff, I've got to park somewhere and edit the vlog because I didn't do it last night and I don't have enough time to do it right now. I called my friend and then I ended up talking to her for like 3 hours and didn't edit the vlog. I should probably get dressed and ready. Yeah, that should be what I should be doing, but clearly I have yet to do that. I slept well though, but I felt like I woke up at like 10 or something, and it felt like I didn't fall back asleep for like 2 hours, and I was like, why is my alarm not going off? I feel like it's been 2 hours, and instead of getting up and checking it, I actually fell asleep for how long? I have no idea. Could have been 30 seconds, could have been an hour and a half, or whatever, but my alarm went off, and now I am awake. I am awake, so I need to fix the AC situation. Usually that dispatch individual annoys me, but not today. He was actually very pleasant today. Yay. Very, very pleasant. I like that a lot. I got a route for tomorrow. It's supposed to pick up at 11. I told him that that's most likely not happening, but I have no idea what time I'll actually be able to pick it up. And he was like, okay. So anyways, I need to get dressed. All right, so we're back on the Ellie Coves because yesterday I listened to it for several hours, and then I decided that I was going to listen to other things because I had been listening to that. I've been listening to her since the last time I talked about it. I haven't listened to literally anybody else but her since the last time I talked about it until yesterday for a couple hours. Like, it's been days, maybe even a week. I don't remember exactly how long it's been, but point is, I've been listening to hella Ellie Coves because shit's good. I decided yesterday, like, okay, I should probably listen to something else. So I turned on a random station. It was just a random ass country station because I was like, you know what? That's what I'm feeling right now. So I turned it on. So I turned it off because I was starting to get tired because I've been listening to the same thing, the same, like, I don't know, dozen songs
for like the last week. So I was getting tired, so I ended up switching to something else, and then I started getting upset, and I was like, well, that's annoying. And then I continued just listening to random music because I thought it was just like, oh, it's this one song, we get it, we're not putting it on repeat one, because obviously not trying to be upset today. And then just kept going through a bunch of random ass country songs, and like with each one my mood just got worse and worse, and I'm just like, well, what the I got upsetty with the spaghetti and started crying eventually at some point, pretty much about the same thing that I'm always upset about. But I feel like near the end it started shifting to some other shit that I feel like needed to be done anyways. I guess it falls under shadow work, or at least that's what I've heard people refer to it as. So we got into that, at least mentally, and I feel like that was good. So it wasn't completely for the same reason as always, and I feel like progress has been made, and I am happy about progress being made. Even though I didn't particularly want to feel upset, and I probably should have stopped listening to that music, I'm glad that I continued listening to country music, and then ended up getting upset, and then ended up mentally shifting to other shit that I'm not going to be elaborating on. It's personal shit that I ain't going to be talking about, but we worked on it. Well, dealing with personal shit from my past that I don't feel like talking about because it's some fluff shit, so don't particularly feel like elaborating. But the point is that we weren't entirely upset because of a girl, so yay. And we did some work. I feel better. Double yay. I did not mention that in yesterday's vlog because by the time I got to the first location yesterday, I was already on the phone with mom and dad talking to them about a bunch of other stuff, and I had already started feeling better, even though I was a little annoyed about the whole bathroom situation by the time I started recording, because I really had to pee. But yeah, yesterday was good. Yesterday was good, but we are, I don't know if I recorded it, but I went into Sheetz and I got food and ended up not eating all of it, unfortunately, but I did finish that shake, and I'm about to go in there after I'm done getting dressed and getting another shake, but this time I'm going to add the energy boost to it, because I did not do that last night because I was getting ready to go to bed. Well, I thought I was getting ready to go to bed just to stay awake for another 3 hours. There is still ice in that water. Oh my god, that is amazing. So I need to take my medicine. I need to take all of it but one, because guess what I didn't do before I fell asleep? Take my medicine. So I need to take all of my medicine except for the one, so let's do that. All right, hair is done. Yes indeed. All we gotta do, I almost didn't drop that, is put my headband on. Boop. We are all dressed, almost. We are putting our hoodie on. Wait, what's the temperature? 43, okay. We'll put it on in 43. All I know is that last night when I got out of the truck, the truck said it was 68 degrees outside. I was absolutely sweating, and it was so hot. It was so hot. It was so incredibly hot. And like, the truck said it was 68, but my phone said it was 54. Regardless, point is that I was way too damn hot. That was the thing. But we throw that back like that. Yeah. Medicine has been consumed. Let's clean up the food garbage from last night. All right, that has been cleaned up. Let's go ahead and open our curtains for the day. Yes. And once we do that, we need to do what we always do when we open the curtains, which is tell the tablet in the truck that we are no longer in the sleeper. Yes. We are no longer in the sleeper. Because yes, I have to log that. I can't just say, oh, I'm off duty and leave it at that. No, I have to tell them that if I am back there in the bed, I have to tell them that I'm back there in the bed. Which I usually say that I am in the bed once I close these curtains. When I close these curtains, I typically tell the tablet that sleeper mode has been engaged, because that's just what I do. And then I'll change it back from that once I get up out of bed. I'll tell it that I'm off duty once I open the curtains. Just a random little, little thing. Just a little random thing. Tablet is asking me to review all of my logs, so that is what I am doing. It said that it had 3 to 4 days of logs that had not been approved, so I needed to approve them because that's something that I also need to do. It's something that I'm supposed to do every day, but I kind of forget until it asks me, and it usually asks me every 3 days, and then I go ahead and approve everything. Yes, indeed. Oh no, I just dumped my bag out. Is everything still in there? It looks like everything is still in there. At this point, I need to brush my teeth and shave my face. So that does indeed require 2 hands, if you did not know. And spoiler alert, I do not have more than 2 hands. It'd probably be cool if I had like 4 hands. It'd make things a little easier sometimes. But yeah, I don't have 4 hands or 4 arms. So I am going to go ahead and brush my teeth, shave my face, finish getting ready this morning. All right, pre-trip time. The tire that they replaced last night is all good. No issues, none at all, which I am happy about. Oh my God, it's even lower over here than it is over there. I can barely reach the handle. I don't know why, but anytime I park at a place like this, I find it so entertaining when I'm like this low to the ground compared to the back of the trailer. I don't know why I enjoy it, but I do. I enjoy it for some reason. It also gives a great view underneath the trailer. Imagine that. I can just stand under here and be like, look, a wiring harness for all my lights. Interesting. I don't have to crouch down and be at like a weird angle. I can just stand here like, yes. Inspection. All right. Pre-trip inspection has been successful. I like what I see. Yes, indeed. I do indubitably like what I see. So we're going to go in and we're going to get a banana flavored shake with an energy boost and breakfast. So let's march on in there and do that. Well, that is a pretty truck. Definitely. It has been so long since I've seen like actual newspapers. All right, breakfast and my morning energy drink has been acquired. Yes, indeed. We're going back to the truck, which, as I said, I already did a pre-trip. No issues. I have an egg platter here, so I am going to eat that before I leave here because, well, can't eat with a fork and drive at the same time. That's not a good idea. So, we're going to eat this and then make our way. I also got salt to add to my eggies because that is what I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and add all this. Oh, I got pepper too because I forgot. So let's go ahead and eat this platter. Oh, they gave me a fork anyways. Here it is. Not that you can see what's in it. Not at all. Ooh. All right. The platter has been consumed, and we have a 30-minute drive 13.9 miles. So, let's get to it. All right. We are here at this particular location. This particular location, I believe, gets a whole ass 13. I just got off the phone with them. Dude sounded surprised. I said who I was and what I had, and he was like, okay. Actually, I was wrong. This place gets 12, and it is 2:07 in the A of the M. I do not know how long it's going to take them to unload this, so I am going to be taking my laptop inside. I'm gonna try to start editing the vlog until they need help. They may or may not need help. I'm not entirely sure. If they do, then I won't do anything with the vlog. But if they don't need help, I am going to go ahead and start to edit it while I'm waiting, because this might take an hour. I might be sitting there for like an hour, to be completely honest. So anyways, let's go ahead and fill out the paperwork on my tablet and pause the Taylor Swift, because Guilty as Sin came on, and then I put it on repeat 1 because I like that song. It's a good song. It is indeed a good song. But let's go ahead and grab my AirPods. They're in my pocket. Cool. Let's go ahead and grab my phone and my suit briefcase, and we're going to go ahead and go inside and get this unloaded. All right. We're done here. I was about to leave, but I thought I heard somebody yell, "These aren't ours," and I turned back around, but they weren't talking about what I just delivered. So, not my thing to deal with. But they were very pleasant. All is good. We were able to edit about 7 minutes of the hour-long vlog, which is seven less minutes for me to do when I park after I finish emptying this trailer to finish it. So yeah, it's about 2:40 in the morning, or at least I wrote down 2:40 in the morning. It's probably 2:37ish right now. So, but we're going back to the truck. What is unfortunate is that I already finished my banana flavored drink, and I'm not exactly happy about it because I want more. I'm not gonna take my laptop out of the case, at least not right now, just because I'm gonna take it into the next location while they unload. However, I don't think it's even worth me opening it up and trying because I have an empty bag. Because I think they only get 6, and that's going to be done really quickly. So there's kind of not a point in me trying, but we'll see. Regardless, I am going to finish it once I'm done unloaded at that location and I find somewhere out of the way to park. We are done here. I was sitting there keeping an eye on them to see if they needed any help, but all of the skids came out perfectly. They did not need any help, which is fantastic, and they got it done pretty quickly. But at this point, we have a 4.5 mile drive to the next location, so let's go ahead and get on this drive. You know what I've always been curious about is that there's grease dumpsters out here behind some of the buildings, especially buildings that actually cook things like restaurants, which this is a Mexican restaurant right here. And I've been curious on how they empty them out, and it appears that I'm seeing some of that process right now, but not the beginning of it, so interesting. He ended up taking that lid off and putting it on the ground right here and did something with it, which I did not see, but the smoke coming out of the top might indicate this stuff coming out. But I can't leave. He's completely blocking the road. So I'm going to let him do his thing, and then I'm going to go ahead and go. But that was nice to see. I've never seen that before. All right, we have just arrived here. I just got off the phone with them. They said they'll let somebody come and open the door here momentarily. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Don't need to navigate to a location that I'm already at. Imagine that. This particular location, according to the paperwork, gets 8. Can you load for me? please, senpai. Why did I call it senpai? Yes, 307 miles to get to the yard, but I'm only going to drive 269 of it to go park. But I'm gonna go ahead and take a drink of this Mountain Dew, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go into the location and get this unloaded. You know what I think is crazy about this particular location is there's a river right there. Like, that light that you see is on the other side of the river. There is a big ass river right here, and I've driven past this location and delivered to this location tons and tons and tons of times. Oh my god, that's so weird. Okay, well, I'm glad I came over and looked at it. So you can actually see the river way, way down there. You can see the lights reflecting off the water. But for whatever reason, when I was driving up, it looked like the river water was in line with that sign right there. I do not know why it looked that way, but it literally looked like it was up in line with that white. That's not even a sign, that's a box. That white box over there on the right. I thought the water was in line with that and kind of just sitting there, which is crazy because it's like 10 feet higher than the end of the ramp there, I think. That's a guesstimate. I don't know how much it actually is. But I was walking over there to literally show you guys that this is the highest that I have ever seen that river. Apparently, it's not even that high. Now, that doesn't mean the river isn't high right now. It might be high, it might be low, I don't know. What I do know is what I thought was ridiculous. I was like, holy shit. Nope, I was seeing things. I don't know why it looked that way in the truck, but it seriously looked that way in the truck. That's the whole reason I walked over there, is because I thought it was that high. But apparently not. Anyways, let's get inside, get this 8 unloaded. They've already put the dock plate down to start unloading, so let's get in there and help them. All right. I was just talking to that guy. That guy is very, very pleasant. He was just informing me that the brand new building across the street that is being built will be open sometime in July, which is good information for me because I was wondering. I was definitely like, once I realized I was coming to this location, I was like, I wonder when they're opening the new location across the street, and like, am I going to come to this location, find out that it's closed, have to turn around, and then go back to the other location across the street, which at least it isn't all that far, but I was thinking, like, when is that going to happen? And that guy just told me that in July, sometime July, they'll be moving across the street to the brand new building. He said that one of the reasons that they are deciding on a new building, other than the fact that this one is so old, is one of their goals is to make a larger area for truck drivers to park for the dock door. Which that guy was like, I've never driven a truck, so I have no idea how difficult it is to get on our dock door, but supposedly it's difficult. And I was like, as an unexperienced driver, it is incredibly difficult. However, because I am experienced, it is not difficult for me. But for a new truck driver that isn't comfortable whipping the truck and isn't the best at backing up correctly, because, you know, it takes time to learn how to back up these trailers correctly. And like, even now, there's days where I get to locations that I have backed in perfectly, and I'll spend 5 to 15 minutes like trying to get it in the parking spot. Like, sometimes there are those days where it just doesn't want to go. And like, what makes it even worse is like, the more angry you get, the less likely it's going to go into the parking spot. That's just facts. That is facts. With my experience, once I start getting mad that it's not going into the hole, I might as well just park until I calm down, because it's not gonna go in while I'm angry. It's just not. Like, for whatever reason, like,
when I'm angry and I'm trying to translate from my brain to the steering wheel, to the trailer, what needs to happen, somewhere it messes up in that line, and it just makes me even more angry, and then I get more angry, and then it's even more difficult to try and get it in the door. And if you are interested in being a truck driver, just one of the things that you should know is, if you are getting angry, just take a little break. It doesn't have to be 30 minutes. It doesn't have to be an hour. If you just stop and park the truck for like 3 to 5 minutes and just go, okay, we got this. It'll be all right. It'll be fine. Just take a 5-minute breather. You'll be good. You'll come back to it, and the truck will listen. But yeah, that's one of my many pieces of advice if you are interested in becoming a truck driver. If you're backing up and you're getting angry, just park. I don't give a shit if you're parked in the middle of everybody's way. Just park and calm down. Or you can move out of the way to let other people do what they need to do, and then park. But yeah, if you're getting angry, there's no point even trying to do it, because you're just going to get more angry, and the more angry you get, the less likely you're going to be able to get it into the door. And that's what I experienced when I started driving trucks, is like, I'd get to a difficult place, I'd try to back it in, it wouldn't fluff and go, and I'd get infuriated, and it would go even, it's like the truck knows that you're angry, and it's just like, I know that you're angry, so I'm going to do exactly what you don't want me to do. The truck knows, it knows that you're furious, and it's like, you know, it'd be hilarious if I just didn't do what you wanted me to do. Anyways, the guy said that one of the reasons that they're building the new location across the street, and one of the goals for the new build across the street, is to create a more spacious dock for truck drivers to get into the door, because this place isn't exactly all that friendly. It is not. The only reason it's easy for me, because I've been doing this for over 9 years. So, but for people who've been doing it for, I mean, people learn at different rates, you know. There could be somebody that's like done it for a year and they've got backing down pretty well. But I'd say like anywhere from like brand new, like just got your CDL 2 hours ago, to, in some cases, probably 3-4 years, maybe even 5, you might find this place difficult, depending on how quickly you learn. But yeah, he was saying that their goal is to make it a lot easier to get onto the door. So that's good to hear. And it's also good to know that come July, I'll be going across the street. So I'll try to keep that information rummaging around up here. It doesn't really matter, because even if I forget, I'll come here and then I'll find out that the building's closed, and I'll be like, oh shit, we'll go across the street, because I know that the new building's being built across the street. So anyways, this has been a 6-minute clip about me ranting. I'm going to go and park along that fence right there, out of the way, and I am going to edit the vlog. And then we've got a 269-mile drive, so let's go ahead and park over there. All right, we are now out of the way. We were just parked in between these two trailers, and now I am going to roll the window up, cut the lights on to their on position, and go ahead and finish editing the vlog now that the trailer is empty. And then, yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. Well, we got another pretty picture. I was going to say that it was Ohio until I looked up here and saw that it is Vermont. Yes, indeed, it is Vermont. One of the 3 states that I have yet to be in. Yes, I've been to all but 3 states.
And those 3 states are Alaska, Hawaii, and Vermont. Yes, I do plan on traveling to those states at some point in my life so that I can go ahead and check off all 50 states. Yes, yes. And you know what I think is funny is that I've been to more states than my brother has, but my brother has been to more countries than I have. And the thing that I find funny is that he's also been to Hawaii and I have not. And I think it's cool that, like, you know, I've been to what, 47 states? Isn't that how the math is mathin'? And he's like, yeah, but I got one that you don't got. And I'm like, you're fucking right, you little asshole, you're right. And he's like, anyways, let's edit the vlog. All right, 4:34. We've been sitting here for 57 minutes and 3 seconds exactly. The vlog is done being edited. It is actively rendering. When it is done, I'm going to go ahead and park somewhere safe and tell it to upload. Yeah, we're gonna tell it to upload. But at this point, we are all done. So we are going to go on this 269-mile drive. We're gonna be stopping somewhere in the middle there for just long enough to upload the vlog. Well, just long enough to tell it to upload and finish the description and the title and all that fun stuff, and then continue and finish up. We're doing 269 miles. So let's get to it. Shut up! You are loud and annoying. Oh shit, that's what I needed to do. Well, it is 10:02 in the AM, which means that I do indeed need to end today's vlog and start the next one. So I'm going to thank you guys for coming. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. If you keep coming back, why not go ahead and hit the bell so that you can get notifications every single time that I upload. If you are interested, you can also scroll down just a little bit farther and take a gander at the description. There you can find links to my Twitch, my Discord, my other YouTube channels, as well as all of my socials if you are interested in any of that. And of course, I will see you guys... And as always, I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for the next daily vlog. And of course... I fluffed it up. Anyways, phone hugs, and bye-bye.